Namaste and a very good evening to one and all. Good evening, this is Kavin, corporate trainer, founder and director of Unbound Group of Companies. Welcome to Leaders Connect 360 Foundation, episode LC0212. Leaders Connect 360 Foundation is a non-profit organization aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDG. Our mission is to invite 1000 plus leaders and create a million leaders. Every Wednesday, we come together from 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. IST on Zoom Live to gain insights from the top management leaders and last week of the month from the authors. And once every quarter, we take it offline in different cities to network, support, and grow together. Because at Leaders Connect 360, we strongly believe that leaders create more leaders. Before we kick off the episode, a quick reminder, please keep your videos on for an engaging experience. First time visitors, check out the WhatsApp, Facebook, and LinkedIn links in the chat box to stay connected and grow with us. This episode is being recorded for our community achieves. Now, let's set the energy high. If you're excited and ready for an impactful session, drop a thumbs up or a smiley in the chat. Thank you. Fantastic. And before we go, let me introduce our guest speaker, Ms. Mohana Priya, founder, Algai Technologies, Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Let me also introduce Mr. Pankaj, Managing Director, Bija Trainings, who will be interacting with our guest alongside with our panel discussion leader, Mr. Yugandhar, Manager, HR, EverestIMS Technologies Pvt Limited. Without further ado, let's get started. Over to you, Mr. Pankaj.
Thank you so much, Kavin. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ms. Mona. Good evening, Ms. Yugandhar. And I welcome you all on behalf of Bija Training, the Mass Leadership and Leaders Connect. Thank you for taking your time and being here for this Leaders Connect episode LC0212. So before we move forward, I would like to formally welcome our guest, Ms. Mohana Priya and Mr. Yugandhar to the forum through a mode of a welcome video. And yes, the topic itself is very nice because everybody talks about success. Nobody talks about failure, right? And this term fail forward definitely is going to, help us learn something. And as I always say that, every time we can learn at least one new thing. And if we add that one new thing a day, it gives us 30 new learnings in a month, right? And that's how it goes to the year also. So let's see what is there for us to learn from Ms. Mohana Priya. So before we start, Ms. Mohana, I would like to welcome you and Mr. Yugandhar through a welcome video, please. So Arul, can we have the welcome video? Thank you, Arul. And here I welcome you, Ms. Mona and Mr. Yugandhar.
Thank you, Pankaj. It's a pleasure
Uh,
joining you.
Thank you,
hello.
Arul, and
Well, you
thank you,
seem to be on
Pankaj.
mute actually. Right. So yes, Yugandhar, over to you for the panel discussion with our guest, Ms. Mona. And Ms. Mona, if you want to start with something you want to share, you can.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. It's my pleasure to be here and sharing the experiences as you introduced already, saying everybody talks about success and what about failures, right? So everybody would have a past, but how is it? I mean, how important is it to discuss about it and let know of the young entrepreneurs who are budding to know what is happening, and it's okay to fail, and how do you set back, and like how do you come back from your setbacks. So that is
True,
very
true.
important, and I'm really happy to be a part of this topic, fail forward, right? And it's an honor to be here. Thank you. Thank you, Pankaj.
Thank you so much. And what I can see that you seem to be a versatile personality, right? You have been an athlete also, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Right. So I
I
mean that
love
also
sports.
teaches a lot. Yeah,
Mhm.
that also teaches a lot about the failure and the success. Because what happens is see, we win one time, but we fail multiple times, right? And that is
Mhm.
where we should, I mean, that is what even it should be taught to the new generation also. That's not always about the success, but even we should be always, no, we should be able to learn from the failures also. So let's see what is there for us today. So over to you, Yugandhar. You can take it up with Miss Mohana Priya.
Yeah, just to check, like I'm audible, right?
Yes,
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 you
very
are.
much.
Yeah, okay. So I would like firstly thank Mr. Arul as well as Pankaj as well as whole Leaders Connect team for inviting me. And I also welcome Miss Mohan Priya on behalf of the entire team.
Thank you. Thank
And
you, Yugandhar.
yeah, yeah, as rightly said, like, yeah, people will speak about success. What about the failures?
Right.
Yeah, to start with, like, fail forward is about using setbacks as stepping stones for success. In your leadership journey, how failures helped shape your growth and direction in business? Can you please help me?
Yeah, sure. To start with, I would always say, it's a common, the words that I used to say. It's like a mantra. I didn't build my business despite my failures. I built it because of them, right? So yes, we do often hear a lot of memes or a lot of posts, motivational posts saying failure is a stepping stone for success, right?
Exactly.
But how do you come back out of your failure? What are the lessons that you learn throughout that? That is what is important, I guess, right? So I wouldn't say failure is an opposite of success. Most of them fear for failure, right? To step forward into a new journey, and you will have all the knowledge for that, right? To build it up, and you are very confident inside. But then when you hear the noise and the trendings outside, right, then you are, you become subtle. You don't want to go out because of the fear inbuilt with you, right? And I mean, that is the main reason for the for failures, or not coming out of the failure zone, the fail zone. There's a zone, right, which always pushes you down, not able to come out to the next level. I think that is what it mainly focuses on. And just a small brief about myself. Yes, as introduced already, I'm a multi-domain entrepreneur. Being a fashion designer is what I loved as a passion. After my marriage, I wanted to do something. I couldn't sit idle. So when I asked my husband, he's told me I had no idea what business to do. But I was sure I want to do a business. I want to be an entrepreneur. I'm not a person who can sit at a desk and work 24 by 7, seeing the system, because I have an IT background. So I didn't want to be a desk person, or a monthly salary person. I wanted to innovate. I wanted to create something which is meaningful. So when I asked my husband, he just told me one word, saying, do what you like to do and do what is naturally in you, what you can do. So that you will never get tired and you will never get offended of the feedbacks, or even if you have failures, you'll be fine with it because you're strong in it. You know what you're doing, right? And it naturally comes from you. So when I was thinking at that point, I really took some time to evaluate and understand what do I enjoy doing 24/7. I'm more a color loving person and a creative person. So that's when I understood, okay, let me go with boutique. That was my first step. Okay, so let me start with suits and make people beautiful with my creativity. And I was sure that I'm good at it because I used to do that from my schooling. When I go for tailors or designers, I go and I torture them with lot of designs in my mind where they get so confused because
Okay.
obviously when you don't when they are not connected with you and it's very new to you, it's not easy to feed you with happiness with the
True.
product, right?
True.
So that was always there. And I knew, okay, I will be good at it. So that's how I started boutique. And then it went all went well. And to my surprise, I just opened a Facebook page. And as of now, we have around 7,500 followers and no big marketing done. It's most of them was word of mouth. So I believe in that. Yes, of course, marketing you can do and you can have followers, but are they really contributing to your business, right? So that is important. I always prefer word of mouth. Like your connected customers should be very happy, and the word of positivity of your business should go through them. Right. So those are the things which we have to really work on as an entrepreneur. And I'm very happy I had a family who was supportive for this, and especially my husband who was very supportive in the digital marketing and all those stuff. Right. So that
Wow,
really helped
nice.
me. Yeah.
So again, Priya, to self-reflect on two things. One, like do what you love, like to do, and other is like what naturally comes to you. This is something again like self-reflect to me myself also. So, and I hope like even our our joiners also like whoever are able to join this session, like I recommend them also to do the same thing, so that they always love to do and naturally they can learn from the things.
That's
Well
true.
said. And also, I'm glad like you have some 7,500 plus followers, and at least now, like with the word of positive mouth, like let us try increasing it more.
Yeah. No, this was 10 years back I'm talking about.
Oh,
And
nice.
that followers happened only in a time of 7 months span.
Wow, nice. Amazing, amazing.
When I
So,
started, that was my journey when I started. It was 2014 when I
wow,
started this entrepreneur.
and more power to you, Mohan Priya.
Thank you. So, again, what happened? Everything went well. My customers were very happy with the new designs that I gave, and my pricing was always normal. I believe in that. Our product should go to everyone, and everyone should enjoy it. I think, that's the success of an entrepreneur. Instead of having, a high price now, of course, you have a lot of designers. When anybody can go, and if you have a lot of money, you can always go to Sabyasachi or anybody and get, beautiful designer suits. What about people, common people who always wanted to look the best and they do not have an opportunity instead of, in spite of, shelling a lot of money. I mean, at least a midterm, I would say, but still they don't get what they want. So I was in the medium, like my pricing will be always intermediate. I wouldn't go high or I wouldn't go low, so that, everyone are happy around us, right? The work has to be compromised with the with the efforts that we're doing, the team work and everything. Whatever happens, the money should fit in, but then the customers also should get more of uh, budget friendly options. I prefer that, right? So everything was good, and I thought, wow, this is my journey, right? Being a
Well said. Yeah.
running a boutique. But then no, the real challenge was when I had initially, what I was doing is I was only selling the suits. And
Mm-hmm.
then what happened is customers, a lot of clients, VIP clients started coming in saying that we want our suits to be designed, thinking
Okay.
that I'm the person who's going to design their suits. But no, I don't have a knowledge on that, right? So
Okay.
I'm more into sketching and creativity. So what happened
Nice.
is the challenge I had there was to go to the next step. I didn't get any good, designers who could actually get the thing in the paper, like the paper into the product, from the paper to the product. I had a great challenge running through all the corners. I never found anyone. I like a lot of complaints started, and Priya, what is this? Your person didn't do that. That's when it started. I was like, oh my God, okay, did I take the wrong choice? That's when it was hit. But then I was very confident that I could do. But then if I don't know what to do, I know I can sketch it, but I cannot stitch or design it, right? I cannot get into the field and do the product, then there is some problem there. Or basically, logically understanding what has to be done, how the correction has to be done. If I do not know that, okay, then there is a problem. So that is when I understood I'll have to get into it. As I
Okay.
started the journey, you will have to get into it and learn it. And by God's grace, I learn fast everything. Like whatever I interests me, I learn fast. That's how I'm into multi domains, learning
So
everything and
is it
understanding.
like learn fast and fail fast?
Yeah, it's okay to fail
Okay.
fast as well. So you go to the next learning module, right?
Acha.
Yeah.
Okay. So Priya, like I'm curious to understand one more thing. Like how do leaders create a culture where failure is seen as a step further forward rather than a stopping point? Like what challenges come with this mindset?
First thing I would say is being open to
Okay.
accept that you failed, and the team should know it's okay to fail, and that's how you have come up to this level. Being transparent about your failure, and it is okay to be. I mean, everybody goes through that. Nobody steps, success and just goes on with success, right? So it happens, and being open with the team or the close circle first. Make them understand it's okay if something doesn't work. Let's work again. Let's do something different. What is wrong? Analyzing. So I wouldn't say it's a failure, but yeah, it's okay if we term it as failure, but I wouldn't say it actually as a failure. Actually, that should energize you to prove yourself and understand, analyze what's wrong, where did we go wrong, and it's a basically analyzing phase, I would say, rather calling it a failure.
Wow, nice. And again, here to self-reflect, like again, like being open and okay to fail. Like here, I have also an example. Like since like I'm from the HR background, like yeah, some 2 3 years back, like we had a huge recruitment drive, like which we are supposed to onboard some 20 30 people. And again, it was a very short time, and like when we are planning for recruiting these many people, like there were a few challenges, and like when we approached the management team, like we told like there are a few challenges. Like I think like we might be about to we might not be able to get like what we are supposed to get. Then still our team has asked us, no, no, it's okay, fine, we'll see, and then they asked us to go ahead. But again, like the actual picture is like it's a failure. But like again, like yeah, but like when being me in a manage, I mean like when being the management team and like when you work with the juniors, so the management team might not tell same thing with juniors, right? Then being you, like you should able to communicate to your team like boss, yeah, it is not gonna work. But again, don't get demotivated. It's okay, let's fail, it's okay, but let's learn from the failure also. That's what we tell.
That's right. I mean, that's right, actually. That's the right way to approach so that they don't feel bad to, in case if they fail
Yeah.
juniors, they shouldn't be embarrassed to show it to them that, that's it. They are not the right fit. That's the thinking on the over the mind, right? So that we should, as leaders, I think first thing is to, remove that from our followers, basically.
Yeah. And also, Priya, like, see, many leaders struggle with a self-doubt after a business failure, right? So, any tools or habits help you regain clarity and lead with confidence again, according
Yeah.
to you?
Yes, self-doubt when I started my boutique, I didn't have. But as a designer, when I transformed my boutique experience to becoming a fashion designer, that's when it started. Uh, yes, it is a phase which we'll have to overcome, right? But then I would say that discussing with a lot of people might harm your thoughts. It's okay to have few trusted people or few mentors that you talk to them. You always have a frequent communication with them and give them the thoughts that you have so that they can come up with options or motivation thoughts or a guideline or how you have to break the obstacle and go forward, but it doesn't mean that you have to just follow what they say. It's good to get all the inputs because I'm sure a mentor will be positive, right, most of the time, though they tell you the
Okay.
negative points, whatever the hard comes could be, but then they will finally finish it with a good outcome. So when you have
Okay.
5 to 6 mentors around you trying to build you up in the journey, I think that is something which is very essential, and then
Okay.
finally you decide what to do.
Okay. And can you share any whom did you approach when you were self-reflected? Do you have any mentor at that point of time?
Yes, I did. Actually, I finished my the designing journey. Then I was pregnant, so I was going through the phase. So I decided up to 4 years, like till my
Hmm.
kid is 4 years, I didn't want to do anything full time, even my business or job. So
Okay.
I was little relaxed, and after which I had I had a terrible self-doubt that should I, it's a break, right? Already a great break. I know I'm a very strong person and I motivate myself. I do not usually search for someone to motivate. I always feel that, I can. So that was always there from my childhood. I always say, like whoever comes with me, I say, no, it's no problem. We can do it. We can do it. Just believe in yourself. We can do it. So that was always my mantra. So but then it was so surprising that I was, set back with the break. I thought I can never come up. And then I joined as a financial consultant for a firm just to understand again a new industry to understand about the personal finances. How do you maintain your finance? How everything happens. So when I went there, I used to attend a lot of MMA meets. I'm sure you know Madras Management Association meets. So I had to meet a lot of leaders there, which was so encouraging. And then I met someone called Joel David, Mr. Joel David. So he was the one who believed that I don't know him, he doesn't know me. But then, meeting after a few meets and talking to me, the conversation built that I even never believed so much in me, I would say. Though I'm a self confident person, he thought that I have so much potential being an entrepreneur and you can reach heights, that motivated me. And yes, it was a long journey with him, like almost a year, where he was helping me, to structure. The basic architecture is very important when you're building a technology business or something out of your zone, right? So
Okay.
where he helped me out of that. So I would also take this platform to thank Mr. Joel David, okay, who really helped me in getting to the next phase of my life.
Wow. Nice. And Mohan Priya, do you use any tools or you have any habits which help you regain clarity?
Uh, Tools, not exactly. I'm a
Okay.
very practical person, like on the go, and I just analyze, and I think my mind is my tool,
Oh,
right? And
nice. Okay.
yeah, so
Well said. Well said.
I
Yeah.
keep analyzing and I keep, just thinking on every incident or every action. There is an equal and opposite reaction, as we know. So I always think that, something has happened before going to bed. I always take some time every day and think what
Okay.
has happened and why it has happened. If it is a success or if it's a growth, still I evaluate it. Though you
So why
enjoy,
it has happened
celebrate,
and what it has happened, right?
yeah, why did and what is
Mhm.
good, right? So we can improvise on that. I think both is important. Both has to be balanced. And I think mind is a perfect tool which is handy every time for all of us, right?
You can access unlimited information at any point
Very
of
true.
time.
Very true, yes.
Well said, well said. And also, Mohan Priya, again, I'm a little curious to understand, what are the biggest leadership mistakes you have observed that others can learn from, and how should leaders course correct when things go wrong?
Yeah. So first thing I would say is taking it so big. I believe in starting it small. One
Okay.
small.
Hmm.
Because during the journey you will learn a lot of things when you, for example, let's take this technology, Algai technologies and Phobos technologies, which we have tech platforms, and I'm not a very techy person, which means my background is technology,
Okay.
but then I don't have any interest in coding, right? So I had to depend on people, but I understand the coding logics. So still, I had a great learning phase. These 1 year, I would say, last 1 year to build a thing. So first thing is starting it small is very, very important, and learning. Keep on learning what is happening in the in the particular industry, and what are the things you will have to keep learning or updating your team with, right? It's not just your journey, it's about the journey of everyone around you to bring them up, right? Because they have believed in you when you started small, right? Everybody believes you talks about you when you become big, right? And it's important that the other thing is what we have to be very careful is team, right? The immediate team, right? After you start an entrepreneur journey, the closest team, the leadership team that you build is very, very important. And they have to align with your thoughts. So always select people, recruit people who can align with your thoughts, or not just for, the money or the position that they get, but if they can align and if they are okay to, start up with you, I think those are the two things that you'll have to really, take into concern.
Wow, nice. So here, like again, I have a small story to tell. Yeah, like yeah. So currently, I'm working with a company called EverestIMS Technologies. So as you said, rightly said, like small, start with small things. Okay, like yeah, let me narrate you. Okay, like when I joined this company, like I was some 40th employee, and now within the span of some 5 years, like we have become some 220 plus employees now. And like when I started, like I was the HR executive there, like I was the junior most person. Now I'm heading the HR here. And again,
Wow.
like small, yeah. When I started, like it was very, very small. Now, yeah, you can see the level like what I have scaled up.
Yeah. So that's an interesting journey, isn't it, Yugandhar? So why do you think you
Yes.
were, able to, let me ask you a question. Let me ask a HR a question. So how was the journey? Like, why do you think they chose you to be with them? It's not only we sticking to them, right? Why did
Yeah,
they
yeah.
choose you, and how did you manage to go up the ladder?
Yeah, see, like, okay, again, like, to start with, like, I started my career with Accenture. Then I moved to Mahindra. Then from that time on, like, I had this thing, like, no, I should always be a part of startup. Like, I had this zeal, okay, like, I should be a part of startup, like, because I feel like in startup, I can learn a lot of things. And yeah, when I joined this company also, like again, like I was having a lot of doubts, okay, like because like when I joined, it was little small company, and like even I was not sure, like because like I had come with an exposure of some MNC background, and it will be very difficult for me to come from an MNC again to join with a startup company. So I had my own doubts, like whether should I join, not join. Then finally the day has come. Like when I went for the interview, like my interview has been taken by CFO as well as CIO. Okay, and like when he was taking the interview, like rather than he taking interview, like I have taken his interview as well. Like I was in total doubts, like whether should I join, not join. Then again, like I had done my research, and I thought, okay, finally, yeah, it's okay, because like fine, like you have learned, okay, like if not here, also somewhere you can go and learn. Then I always had this zeal to learn, okay, always learn, self learn and unlearn from the learning thing. So always learn. So this attitude I had. And like when I joined, like again, like a lot of hiccups, okay, because like I was the only person who was managing, and I sometimes even I failed also. Like a lot of times I failed. I don't know like how to go, because in a company, right? Like it should be like sometimes it might work, and the very next day it might not work. So all those things used to happen. Then again, like as you told, like yeah, it is how like you where you connect with leaders, right? Like again, I'm fortunate, like few of my ex managers still I am in connect with them. Like whenever I was having some difficulty, or like whenever I used to struggle, then I obviously used to call them and I used to take the recommendations. Boss, like I'm stuck here, so how can I come out from this? Okay. So again, like it is like the people who has helped me to scale up to this level also.
Wow.
So again, I need to thank
That's
people.
to you, Yugandhar, for choosing startup with, MNCs. And
Yeah,
I'm sure the learning journey in startup would be much greater than compared to the MNCs, because MNCs
exactly,
is just one among the hundred, right?
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, you are everything. I mean, you
true.
mean a lot to them, right?
Yeah.
So the respect you get and the experience, the learning journey, that's what I feel even the youngsters should be aware of. Everybody has this, I want to be placed here, there, in the top companies, but what do they learn? It's all about money. I think that
Yes.
should come out of, most of the younger minds, younger generation. They should think about what they can do and how they can be a part of a startup and bring it high. And they should know, of course, if the company startup comes, to a level, they will be growing along with that, right? And it's
Yes.
a faster journey for them as well. The career journey will be faster.
Yeah, exactly. Like again, like since like again, like in Accenture, like I hardly stayed 1.5 year, and Mahindra also I hardly stayed for 1.5 year. And now imagine like in this company, like I'm almost now 6 years now in the same company.
I know. So I'm
And
sure you are getting a lot of respect, a lot of importance.
exactly.
lot
Yes,
of power as
exactly.
well. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
enjoy it just because you made that good decision one day.
Yeah. And I'm very happy for my decision. Moreover, happy like I get an opportunity to learn. Like every year, it's some other learning I get to learn. So
Wow,
it excites me, honestly.
right. That excites me as well. Learning is a phase of life, and I'm sure every moment in life you keep learning, and it's okay to learn from anyone, right?
Exactly. Yes. So learning can happen like even from a watchman or even from a housekeeping staff also, I feel.
Very true, very
And there is
true.
no stopping for learning as well.
Very true. All the phases of your life, it's important that you remember that you have to keep learning. Otherwise, you will miss the excitement of life.
Exactly. Well said. Well said. And here, like, I have one more thing. Like, when teams experience collective setbacks, how can leaders keep morale high and maintain trust? Can you share a practical example and outcome?
You mean teens?
Yeah.
Can you repeat the question again?
Like when teams experience collective setback,
Mhm.
then how can leaders keep morale high and maintain the same trust? And also, can you share any example like how you are able to manage earlier?
Yes, Yugandhar, and I would say it's still a difficult task. I mean, even after this journey, I would say it's a difficult task. It's a great challenge, the biggest challenge I've actually faced with my technology business because um, if it's a small team, okay, it's very easy at least to manage them and make sure they are in the intact with the process. But if it's a bigger team, if you have two or three teams already and having everyone under one umbrella or on the same alignment is quite difficult, and I'm still learning the process on how to get them done. But yes, it is not impossible, but quite a difficult task. You will have to have a personal connection with most of them. It's not that you have the team leader talking to them and managing that. No, you will have to make sure everybody are okay. And
Mhm.
in case if there is a team collective setback, as you said, only then you will have to go and in person. You cannot just hear the word of a team leader and say or assume as a leader that this is what has happened and I should go with him. No. So even if you have a trustable team leader, it's important that you talk to everybody before you decide and make sure everybody is okay and always tell them and motivate them with a vision what we are having forward. So I think that is one way that we can handle, and I'm still learning it, as I said, to be frank.
And also, as rightly said, like we cannot go on assumptions, right? Like we don't know like what the opposite person might be thinking, rather than like he thinking some XYZ. Like, yeah, yes, if being we leader, let us communicate openly and honestly, like this is what it happened, correct? So that like we gain little confidence and we can gain little trust.
Very true. Yes.
Yeah. Nice. And I think like that's it from my end. Like, so now I hand over to Mr. Pankaj Ararul for taking it forward.
Thank you so much, Yugandhar, for a wonderful panel thank you, Yugandhar, for a wonderful panel discussion. It has really been a wonderful insight, and even the things has been shared by you has also given us a new, learning and a new way of looking at things. So this is for the first time it happened that even the panel discussion leader have been able to give some learnings. Okay,
Oh,
so thank you so much. Thank you
wow,
so much
nice.
for doing it so well. And Mona Priya, it was really too good, too simple, but yet very insightful. So thanks for doing it. So like
And
how
Pankaj,
I've
allow
been
me
able
just a
to
moment.
take out
Yeah, I,
something, some learning in last 30, 35 minutes. Let's see what people have understood. And that will happen through a mode of a small quiz. Okay. So for that, I would like to invite Mr. Gauri. So Mr. Gauri is going to ask a quick question and let's see who answers first. And the winner of the quiz will get a book written by Mr. Captain Pratap. And the name of the book is The Mind Kitchen. So let's see who's going to win today's quiz. So over to you for the quiz, Mr. Gauri.
Um, yes, Priya, you can. Priya will take up the quiz today.
Oh, actually, Gauri is
Yeah,
on. Miss Priya is going to take. Okay. Hi, Miss Priya. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
So you,
Thank
so
you.
you are a
Thank you.
quiz leader today for us today.
Yeah.
So Please
Thank
ask
you.
question.
Thank you, Mohana Priya, for those wonderful insights. And yes, like Pankaj said, it was put in a very simple way. So, just one question for everybody. How many FB followers did Mohana Priya's boutique win in the initial stage? That is maybe after 7 months. So, the options are there.
I think we've already got the answers.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that number has been stuck onto everybody because that's a magical number. Not every that too you're telling only by word of mouth, not by any not much of investment in marketing. That's amazing. Nice to hear.
So who's the winner, Shivlila? Oh, sorry, who's the winner, Miss Priya, as per you?
SA. SA is, can I know who's SA?
Because what I can see is Miss Shivlila has answered it first.
Yeah, Priya, essay is me.
Oh shit. Okay.
That
Congratulations.
number 7,500
So
just
Shivlila, congratulations, you are the winner for today's quiz, and you've been awarded by this book called The Mind Kitchen by Dr. Captain Pratap. So Arul, you need to do the needful to
Congratulations.
Shivlila, and also you get an opportunity, a bonus, to unmute yourself and ask a question to our guest. So Shivlila, you can ask a question. That's a bonus for you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Pankaj, for that. And thank you, Priya, for that easy question. So, yeah, I think I connected with, and thank you for that book actually. And for Mohana Priya, I think I connected with you. I resonated with you with what you said. We have a kind of similarity. When you said fashion technology, I also did my fashion technology, and I was also into designing clothes, though I'm not doing it now, and I'm not doing it in a big scale. I was not doing it in a big scale like you. I was just interested in doing the traditional, salwar kameez and all of that. So that part of it, I resonated with you. There's just one question that I wanted to ask you. What is it that makes you jump out of your bed every day in the morning and look forward to your day in your boutique or with any other work you do? What is that one thing that just inspires you, motivates you, and makes you just get out of bed and run for the day no matter what?
Okay, that's a very interesting question. Okay, I would say, Shiva, the main thing is my clients, thinking of my customers. When it was my boutique, I knew what are the orders that I'm going to deliver today and then how it's going to be on them. I really enjoyed wearing, like when they wear it and they know it, that I'm always with a bright smile, seeing them wearing it. So when I had a boutique or when I was a designer, the deliveries that I had to do today were always on my mind. So that motivated me.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I resonate with that. I think the customers' feedback and their happy smile would, get you going through the day.
Very true. I'm sure as a designer, you will resonate. Yeah. So,
Yes, I did. I love that part of it. Maybe post my kids, I stopped doing that, but till then, yes, I enjoy doing that. So, yeah,
wow.
thank you so much for the opportunity to ask you this question and wishing you the best for your business.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
are you still doing that in this business?
The boutique.
Yeah.
What I've done is I wanted to step up because I was doing it. No, I didn't have a big team. As I said, finding the right people with the right mindset is important. So a lesson I learned is never build your dream with someone who doesn't believe it in as much as you do, right? So I was not getting proper partners and all that. Yes, I just moved it to my family who's doing it. My niece is doing it, but then I stepped it up as a AI. I'm building a View AI, View Designs AI, where it could help B2C and B2B designers, yeah, which would benefit them. So we are working on it.
All the best.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. So here the forum is open for all. We can have quick 2 to 3 questions. So any visitors who would like to ask question can unmute yourself and ask question to our guest. So, Arul, please see if there's anyone you can help them to unmute. So, we are going to have quick 2 or 3 questions, Ms. Mohana, when visitors would like to ask any question, and then we move forward.
Yugandhar, just you want to add a point, you can add, yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank Mohana. Like the session was truly knowledgeable. A lot of learnings, and I think like even our audience also can learn a lot of things from here. It is not like one or two, like many things we have learned. So thank you, Mohana Priya, once again for
Yes,
joining the
yes.
session.
Thank you, Yugandhar. It was pleasure answering the questions. You did put all the questions in a very interesting way and very interactive. And happy that I also knew about your journey. And yeah, it was wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mohana Priya,
So,
and I hand over to Arun.
so if we don't have any questions, then
We
I
have,
can invite.
yes,
Sorry?
Pankaj, we have one question in the chat box from Arati Reddy.
Oh, chat.
Yes, as a woman entrepreneur
Okay,
managing
so
operations across multiple countries, what are some of the key challenges you have faced, and how do these challenges differ depending on the regional cultural context?
Oh yeah, that's a challenge, yes, because being in different parts of the world, right? We are shuttling between Dubai and India. It's quite difficult, and yes, you will have to be 24/7 active to handle, the because of the time difference as well. And when you're not there, it is different, and when you're there in the midst of them, it is different. The work itself, right? Everybody goes through that. So yes, it is a challenge, and it is a bit difficult, but then it is important that you tune the team who are with you along with you so that whether you're present or not, the action has to happen in the same way. So make sure there are systematic reports and a lot of and I thank WhatsApp. There's something called WhatsApp that exists where you can be connected wherever you are with the whole team. So yeah, we are personally connected with every employee in the company. So that way, I think, yeah, we are able to manage it.
Great, thank you, thank you.
So, is there anyone who would like to ask question, or we move forward? So, if not, then I would like to invite our summary leader, Dr. Ishwarya. So, Dr. Ishwarya, over to you for a quick summary of the session, please.
Thank you, Pankaj. Hi, good evening. This is me, Dr. Aishwarya, a freelance corporate trainer and 360-degree assessment specialist. Thank you, Priya ma'am, for accepting our invite, and thank you so much for your wonderful session. Let me recap the session, what we have discussed now, right? So people will talk about the success. What about the failures? There are many quotes for failures, like failures are the stepping stone of success, but how we are facing the failures and how we are coming back from all those things. And also we should learn the lesson from the failures, because no one is champion in the first stage. Do what you love to do and find out the inner traits with us. First, we should be transparent with our team about your failures. We should accept it, and we should analyze the steps and procedures where it hurts and where we fail. And we will have in that stage we will have some self doubt. So if we have self doubt in that phase, we should get the perception and thoughts of others to access ourselves. It might be our mentors and friends as well as our well wishers. We should learn with the team consistently, because we should work as a team. Nowadays, youngsters and new generations morely focusing on money rather than learnings. So young minds should concentrate on learnings each and every step. So each and every moment we should learn. Finding the right people with right mindset is very important in business. As we said, no one is champion in that first stage. So failure is not failure until we learn something from that failures. So thank you so much for this wonderful insights what you have given. As everybody says, it was quite simple, but it was the longest journey you have came across, and you have embraced all those things. Thank you so much for your insights, ma'am. Thank you. I hope I have summarized all your points.
Impressive recap, Aishwarya, and thank you
Thank
so
you.
much that
Thank
you
you.
got all the points intact. And yes, I always believe in being simple. Yeah.
Amazing it was. Thank you so much, Priya. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Mr. Ishwarya, Dr. Ishwarya, you are evolving day by day, as a summary leader.
Yes, Pankaj, I am just shortlisting the time, but as well as I have to complete the points.
Yes. I mean, you're really doing an amazing work on that. Good. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pankaj. Thank you.
So, As we have come to the last session for the Let Us Connect, so I would like to invite our vote of thanks leader, Miss Kalai. So, Miss Kalai, over to you for the vote of thanks, and then we'll have a formal thanking video.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for this amazing session by both Mr. Yugandhar and Ms. Mohana Priya. Mr. Yugandhar, the question was really awesome. It was thought-provoking, and Ms. Mohana Priya, it was a beautiful insight, just like you. So I'm Kalyarsi Ilangu, a corporate trainer and a posh consultant. Even before we begin, the setbacks we encounter often guide and prepare us. They shape our path, turning every challenge into a valuable lesson on the way to success. First, let me quickly share once again the purpose of this thriving leadership community. Leaders Connect 360 Foundation is a non-profit organization aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We are a hybrid model leadership community bringing together leaders every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m., where experts in their fields provide solutions to real-life leadership challenges, just like the valuable insights we received today from our esteemed guest, Ms. Mohana Priya. Every last week of the month, we take a deeper dive into knowledge by inviting authors to share insights from their books, helping us grow as a leaders and lifelong learners. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guest, Ms. Mohana Priya, for sharing such thought-provoking insights on Fail Forward, reminding us how setbacks are not roadblocks, but building blocks that shape the success of any business. And thanks to our wonderful panel discussion leader, Mr. Yugandhar, and our dynamic moderator, Mr. Pankaj, for leading such a valuable discussion today. And now, as a small token of our appreciation, we present a special thank you video to express our gratitude. See you next Wednesday. Until then, keep leading and keep growing.
Thanks, Kalai. Thank you so much. Arul, can we have the thank you video, please? Thank you so much, Arul. Thank you. So, Mohana Priya, thank you so much for being there. And we would like you to continue being the part of this community. And whenever possible, please be there with us and share some of the insights with us. So that is where we thank you for your participation today. Thanks for being there, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you once again for the opportunity. It's my pleasure.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So now we are going to have a small networking. So over to you, Arul, for the networking, please.
Yes.
So, madam, if you have time, you can stay back, and if you have any commitments, you can continue.
Yeah, sorry.
Over to you,
I have a
Arul.
meeting running over, so I will
That's
leave
okay.
now.
Thank you.
Sure,
Thank you,
sure.
Mohana.
Please
Thank you so
continue,
much.
ma'am. Please. Thank you.